You prayed. Maybe not once, maybe hundreds of times. You were sincere. You were patient. You believed, or at least you tried to. And still, the thing you feared the most happened. The diagnosis came back positive. The relationship fell apart. The door you needed to open stayed closed. And somewhere inside you, quietly, painfully, a question began to form. If God loves me, why is He letting this happen to me? We were never told faith would be easy, but somewhere along the way, many of us built this image in our minds, that if we believe hard enough, God will clear the path, that faith is a kind of protection, a shield between us and the worst things in life. And when that doesn't happen, when the worst things come anyway, it doesn't just hurt us physically, it shakes us spiritually. Because suddenly, we're not just dealing with the problem, we're dealing with the silence of the one we thought would answer. Maybe you've never said it out loud, but I think you've thought it. Maybe I am doing something wrong. Maybe my faith is not strong enough. Maybe He is just not there. Those thoughts aren't signs of weakness. They're signs that you took your faith seriously enough to be wounded by it. And the question I want to sit with today, with you, is this. What if the pain isn't a sign that God abandoned you? What if it's the very place where He's doing His most important work?
Look at the ones we call great in faith. Abraham, asked to give up the very son God had promised him. Joseph, sold by his brothers, imprisoned for something he didn't do. David, anointed as king and then hunted like an animal for years. Job, a man described by God Himself as blameless, who lost everything. These were not people of weak faith. These were not people who prayed wrong. And yet, the pain came anyway. The silence came anyway. The waiting came anyway. But here is what is remarkable about each of them. They did not emerge from their pain the same. They came out different, deeper, more certain, not of their circumstances, but of something they had found in the middle of them. Abraham came out knowing that God provides what He promises, even when the road makes no sense. Joseph came out knowing that what others meant for harm, God can use for something greater than any of them could have planned. Job came out knowing God in a way he never could have reached through comfort alone. The pain did not disappear, but it had done something in them that ease never could. I know this might be hard to hear. Maybe it even feels unfair, because what you wanted, what you prayed for, was relief. And what I'm telling you is that God might be giving you something else, not instead of relief, not to punish you, but because He sees something in you that you haven't seen yet, and He knows, with a certainty you don't have access to, that the only way to build that thing is through this, not around it, through it.
Think of a sculptor. He does not stand before a block of marble and wish it were already a statue. He picks up the chisel. He applies pressure. He removes what doesn't belong. He works in silence, in dust, in resistance. The stone does not understand what is being made. From the inside, all it feels is the blow of the chisel. But the sculptor sees the finished form, already there, waiting to be revealed. And he does not stop because he loves what he is making. We often come to God like we bring a broken thing to a repairman. Fix this, make it work again, put it back the way it was. But God is not a repairman. A repairman restores what was.
A sculptor creates what has never existed before. What he is building in you is not a restored version of who you used to be. It's someone you haven't met yet. Someone who could only come from this specific fire, this specific loss, this specific silence. Your pain is not a detour from his plan. Your pain is part of the plan. There is a faith that exists before the trial. It believes because everything is going well. It trusts because it has never truly been tested. And then there is a faith that comes after. A faith that has seen the worst and still said yes. A faith that walked through the fire and came out knowing it was not alone. That second faith is unbreakable. Not because it is perfect, but because it has been proven.
I don't know what you're carrying right now, but if you're here, if you watched this far, then something in you is still searching. And that search is faith. Not the easy kind, the real kind. The kind that keeps walking even when the road disappears. The kind that says, I don't understand this, but I trust the one who does. God is not fixing your life. He is building your soul. And what he builds lasts forever. Keep walking, wanderer. He is with you.